Hello, beautiful Radical Ones, for week 2 of Radical Retro Cooking Halloween from Susan Purdy. Hey, Radical Ones, Radical Ryan Hunter here for another Radical Retro Cooking Halloween. I avoided it last week by not doing a quote-unquote full recipe. It was more of a drink. And it's a little appetizer for what was to come this week. Susan Purdy's 1977 cookbook, Pumpkin Pudding. So this week's recipe is described as, this sweet and spicy dish is more like a soufflé than a pudding. It is very easy to make and could be served as a vegetable with roasted meat or hamburgers and hot dogs. Or a warm dessert with a spoon of vanilla yogurt or ice cream. Oh, you can substitute baked sweet potatoes or acorn squash for the pumpkin. Good to know, Susan Purdy, good to know. Okay, so as for ingredients, we need 2 eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter or margarine at room temperature, 1/3 cup of honey, 1/4 cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of ground ginger, 2 tablespoons of wheat germ, and yes, Susan Purdy uses wheat germ in basically almost every recipe in this book for some reason. Well, I know why she does it, but Susan Purdy, she is a pioneer for this wheat germ. She says it adds back the nutritional values, which is very nice. The more you learn. And then 1 cup canned or fresh pumpkin. This is gonna be fun. This step is taking 2 eggs and separating the yolk from the whites. I decided today that this retro baking dish would be the perfect thing. Susan Purdy herself was using one similar in 1977 to make this pumpkin pudding. So let's do the egg part. And here we are, the disaster that was separating the 2 yolks from the egg whites, which are not just white because Ryan messed up. Okay, now that those are separated, Radical Ones, I gotta say, I like Miss Susan Purdy's style. She is my kind of chef. Literally, all the ingredients are going into our baking dish, which is amazing, meaning you're not having 5 other bowls. You just need the one to do the whipping for the egg whites with those peaks, which don't expect at all, I can already tell you. Egg whites in our mixing bowl, and then we have our 2 egg yolks in our baking dish. 1/3 cup of honey. So let's do the butter first. We got this that was softening. Here is our 4 tablespoons of softened butter and 1/3 cup of honey. That might have been a little more than what was needed, but you know what? The honey can't ever hurt, right? Just make it a little sweeter. Okay, adding that into our baking dish as well. A huge sticky mess. Step number 3. Add the milk, the salt, the spices, the wheat germ, and the pumpkin to the egg yolk mixture and beat together. So literally mixing in the bowl that we are baking in. I love Susan Purdy. I love you, Susan Purdy. A return appearance from the oat milk, 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. Teaspoon of salt. Okay, the 1/2 teaspoon of salt is going in. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg into the bowl. 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon, definitely. Love cinnamon, especially around this time of year, but honestly, give me cinnamon anytime during the year, I will gladly take it. As you can see, it's one of the most used. There we go. 1/8 teaspoon of ground ginger, which should add a unique, very autumny flavor. Into our pot radical ones. Wheat germ. Here we go. I think it's gonna pop. Oh. Two. So as always, it's the radical retro way of doing things that kind of are in the same vicinity of measurements and then praying for the best. Then finally, Miss Purdy asks for 1 cup of canned or fresh pumpkin or acorn squash or sweet potato. So you find your favorite one. We are using pumpkin like Miss Purdy has asked for. I love that she's Miss Purdy now. Like the Nutty Professor.
I'm Carla Purdy.
Hello, Miss Purdy.
Okay, so now we gotta mix all of the ingredients up in this little thing together. So, allow me to do that, Radical. So Radical One's hoping for good things, but you know when it comes to me. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm whisking the right way, and I guarantee you I'm not. I don't remember from home ec class. Okay, it's not because I'm impatient by any means, but I don't think I'm doing this right. I know it takes a long time by hand. That's what they want you to do a mixer. But it's just kind of like water that's slushing around. There's some yolk with those whites, let me tell you. So that might be the problem. Susan Purdy is not gonna be happy. I guess I'll just have to realize that I will never be a baker or a candlestick maker. Although I'd rather be a candlestick maker. Pretty convinced that this is not gonna work, so here is the Pecan Valley egg whites going into the pumpkin souffle that I'm just supposed to fold in. I love that it's foaming. Why is it foaming? There I am just folding it in, but really mixing it like it's a cake. Oh boy, okay, here we go. This is gonna be a disaster, Radical Ones. Okay, this is what I came up with, a very watery mess. But it says 350 for 40 minutes, so let's try it out. Okay, 350 for 40 minutes. We got this one. We got this one. Hello, Radical Ones. Okay, Radical Ones, it is out of the oven and it is cooled and it smells like pumpkin and fall in the house. You know what they say about those cat people? I can't believe the whole time I just noticed that I had a piece of my cat's fur hanging from my face. So beware what they say about those people who have cats and cooking. Pumpkin pudding. Very nice, mild. Up close, it has a mild pumpkin smell, but baking, it smelled amazing. You know, really nice. Definitely a buttery taste, I want to say. I would say a soufflé. A soufflé without the egg whites that makes it fluffy. You know what? I like it. I gotta say, I like it. I would not go out of my way to make it, but now that it's here, I like it. Does that help anybody? I don't know if that Does that help you decide if you want to make that or not? I don't know. I should be more. Definitely, it's butter. I gotta say, butter and spices with a pumpkin back taste, and it's very soft. I like it, Radical One. So that is pumpkin pudding from the recipe book. Who knows what I'll be making next week? You join us as we get closer to Halloween. But every Friday, you can join me as well as one of my fabulous co-hosts on the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. New every Friday, and in spooky season, we are doing a lot of horror and spooky content. Thank you again for watching this, and if you can find it in your heart to like, comment, subscribe, any of them, all of them, it's so much to support the channel and help us grow. Thank you so much, my Radical Ones.